Up the tall ladder we go by a rung or two tonight, all right. Forward to viewing, and it's the home side who will get us underway in the shape of their captain. And busting through was Paisami, and he's got support from McLaughlin Phillips, the fly half. Work from Curry to try and slow and disrupt there. He might have done a good job for his side. McLaughlin Phillips to Salakai Lotto. Paisami seeing a lot of the ball. Campbell having a run as well. Cannon's finding himself out wide, and with that long stride, he covers the ground well. The big second row. It's Uru. You can hear the cry from the crowd. They love him. Just got back from a knee injury. A big inclusion. Would have been far away from Wallaby thoughts. He has been struggling with injury of late. Breyer with that aggressive carry, and the Reds getting very close to that Lions line now. Aidan Ross, Uru again, going low, penalty awarded at least, but they've got men to the right, and referee Dolan has given the opening score. Just listen to that. To Munger Allen. Referee is very convinced. Greg Newman.
Just some really nice touches from a really classy operator in Hunter Paisami.
With Itoje having to stretch, but he did it. And the ball has collapsed some way out, so no hint of a penalty try, but a hint of a try maybe out wide with Daly on to Freeman. Freeman's going to score this. They wanted more than the penalty, and they got it, and that was the connection. That was fluid.
And that will give an awful lot of, I think, encouragement to the pack of forwards as well, because it's really pleasing.
Really good rugby, good connections.
And Russell makes it level again.
Really strong maul to start with from the lines. I really like doing Van der Merwe's line as well. He's just outshot there. He just gets in, but he holds that last defender who just is short of getting to Freeman then, but his work off his wing just to be that extra number, it just holds that defensive line slightly. They have to respect him because he's so big, and it just gives the Lions that little bit more space and Freeman that bit more space to win his one-on-one battle.
Yeah, as Ronan said, that's one to delight the forwards for all their hard work, but you could see the response of the backs. They enjoyed it too. They got those movements and passes just right. Had they been practicing, and of course
You don't get that unless you have multiple repetition. Repetition gives you confidence. Once you have confidence, you can add speed. Look at the way, I think it's easy for us to see at a height that the Reds are carrying the ball that little bit harder and impacting the gain line.
Well, they've certainly crossed the gain line here. Thomas is not best numbered up on that far side, but oh, look at that! Look how it works! Josh Fluke. He's not only back in the side, he's got his try against the British and Irish Lions, and that will always be a precious thing. And there is an element that the Lions brought that on themselves.
They're in a game all right here, aren't they? In terms of the Reds have come to play, they're winning collisions, looking really sharp, taking short sides, nice variation in their play. Look at this, just brilliant. And what a pickup that is from Josh Fluke. Brilliant, he's been excellent in the opening sort of 15-20 minutes.
Nouveau trends in rugby, I think it's the third set piece is the kick-offer or kick-off reception.
So the Lions opting to go for the tap, and it's Kelleher goes on his own. And there they are. Porter was taking it on. He had plenty of weight behind. Chesham was there, and more to add extra power if it was needed with Andrew Porter, which it rarely is. And a man who missed out on the 2021 tour.
Mixed it up. They've won collisions in terms of intact in that red zone, and they've moved the ball as well. So some nice variation.
Infringement at the scrum. Free kick offence. And here's Morgan, as that was being explained to the Reds. The Lions were just getting on with it. Russell to Stewart, the referee let that go. There's Chesham and Conan, and the extra man is Van der Merwe. Well created, and the big man is in, as he so often is. An amazing try-scoring record internationally, whoever he plays for. Duhan Van der Merwe.
Yeah, very difficult to stop him from there, but love the way that
it makes a massive difference. You look at the line with Curry when he presents with his hand up, just that half a second that a defender can't bite on the attacker, and just that catching the ball in the inside and just putting it at perfect way for the recipient. Hold the ball. It just creates an unnecessary evil in the minds of the players. I think you need to make them feel free and to actually back their skill levels and take it away from actually that point.
Either side, the Lions to kick off in the second 40. Let's hand you back to Dan, to Ronan and to Miles.
Thanks, Alex. Away we go.
No, but also on the flip side of that too, no matter how good you are in red, they still need to play with each other. And I think by the end of the Waratahs game, the Brumbies game, we'll have a much better picture, because you get better by the more comfortable you do feel with the person you're playing with. Irrespective of what the player is, it's more the person.
Bandiaki, he's going to take some putting down in those situations, always. Gives his side a real target. Gibson Park, that's clever. Maritoje, arm is up from the referee.
I think, Miles, that's exactly what you said. They're your big players there. Bundiaki, metres after contact, maybe 12. Gibson Park, acceleration, his capacity to play an offload, getting mangled in the tackle, and then there's your captain running good lines into space, and simple things done well, as Dan Carter says over and over again, and that proves the difference. Everyone's looking for miracle balls. They don't need to exist at this level either.
Cut in those situations from Chesham, nice and straight. Very direct as well from Hugh Jones, who's a strong carry.
but I think it's a really good start. 337 metres made as well is a really, really big number for the Lions. But yeah, I think in a test match here, you take 3 points.
Well, it looks like a great decision. If they walk away with 7, it's Finn Smith to Bundiaki. Right decision to step in from the Reds, but it left holes elsewhere. And Jack Morgan is celebrating. And now it does look a really good call.
Yeah, I think that's wonderful too. Also, with the unfortunate news of Tommaso Williams going back to Wales this week, it's a country that when I used to play against them, they were unbelievably difficult to beat, and they bring so much to them because the Welsh are usually the best tourists, and you get memories for life going with them, and the public get in behind.
It's a really good play, and so what Alex Mitchell is really good at, knowing which direction to come back to, short side, same way, etc. Pick the right pass. Really good line from Jack Morgan. Great score.
Similar to the try we just previously saw, and look at the speed of ball from this carry. So 2-man ruck, and Mitchell, as Dan said, just gets that ball away so quickly. Look at the Reds' defence; they just cannot organise. Speed of ball and a good go forward on first phase is almost the holy grail in attack, and the Lions have manufactured that both times now in the 22 when they striked off a set piece, and Mitchell just keeping up that tempo, not allowing any breathing space for the Queensland Reds.
Jeff Tumunga Allen's left the field. Seth Ba'angase is on. He's been on the loose for the majority of the season, but can play both sides. Duan van der Merwe a little bit on the loose there, nearly getting away, but it's Anderson who comes back here for the Reds. In goes Itoje, he's spotted it and he's got it.
I got a phone call off the manager. I went out to my parents' house at midnight in the dark just to tell them I'm gone, and two of them were in tears.
Here's Morgan again. Ahmed Daly. Keeping the positive feel here, the Lions turning to a very strong spell, exactly what John Fogarty, their coach, was calling for in the second half. Strength, that physicality, that speed of thought and deed. And Hugh Jones, as they try and break the opposition now. Mitchell to Freeman, it's another penalty, it's another try. It's Freeman again. It's starting to click.
Just too much power for the Reds in this 22, in this scoring zone. And do you know what? He scores so many tries like that, Freeman, doesn't he? Some of the tries he scored in the Six Nations, just running that short line. Really good work here from BC Bundyaki. That's his strength.
So, Miles, this is a coach's dream now, what's happening at the minute, because without many people realising you've competition for places, in the fact that everyone wants to play, so
they back off him and let him make the decision rather than the other way around. A really talented player.
He loves the opposition to come to him. He's fearless, really. Takes some massive blows. He's given them great reward this season. Wurchon is on at scrum half. There he is. But Lions aggressive in their defence. Have it with their scrum half, Mitchell. And it goes from Genge and then Finn Smith. Reds encouraged forward by their crowd, but it's well taken by Hugh Jones, and he's pacey. He might get away here. Anderson's trying to get across to cut him off, but Hugh Jones says, no, you don't. Had the awareness to steal it. And then the pace to go.
And I think Hugh Jones rightly will get the plaudits, but who started as a captain? I think if you ever look at the definition between ball watching and man watching, so many people will watch the man there and they'll be happy with a knock on. What does Mario Itoje do? He picks the ball out of the air and he turns a quarter of a chance into a try the other end.
We spoke about this just after half-time. If the Lions could get a couple of quick scores, then the Reds have to take risks, exactly as we've seen there from Ryan. Brilliant chase from Hugh Jones, and his Achilles looks pretty good there, doesn't it, on the half.
Congratulated by Ben Earl, also on the field for the Lions. Now here's Finn Smith. Just wide with the conversion, which will annoy him because Campbell to McLaughlin Phillips. Paisami looks like he's going to go the full 80. Out it goes, out the side to Anderson, who's released and then totally blows it. Dina really stood out.
Paisami again.
Yeah, getting involved.
And again.
Those offloads.
Maybe looking to finish on a high here.
We talked about communication being good from the referee, but Mario Itoje, you can hear the respect there between the two. That's a relationship that's gone well. And that has served the Lions well, that kind of feeling.
Always easier when you're 47-12 up as well, Miles.
Indeed. Here's Mitchell to Smith. It's wide, and it's going to be in. It's Gary Ringrose again. He scored against the Force. And if this kick is successful, then the Lions will match their total that they scored as a team against the Force. Ringrose, for a second time, is a Lions try scorer, and they've got into the 50.
Nice finish for the Lions. They've been excellent tonight.
I think that was his first play 20 minutes ago. We had a similar situation and he hit Bundyaki on a drift line, and that's what good players become, really good players, when the capacity to have the same picture and pick a different option to hit the bingo ball. So well done, Finn Smith, excellent.
Well, we wondered how annoyed he was with the previous miss. He's really annoyed with that. He wanted to show that from wide he could nail that as well.